In this lesson, we will discuss the 3 stages students go through to master the basic math facts in addition, which also applies to multiplication. We will also discuss the foundation math facts in multiplication, building on the foundation facts, and the order that students will be learning their multiplication facts in school. The mastery of these basic facts is a developmental process in which students move through 3 phases. The first phase is counting strategies. This is the procedural knowledge of figuring out facts. This is a stage where students must use object, verbal counting, or some other strategy to find out the answer to a fact. For example, 7 plus 4. The student starts with 7 and counts on verbally 8, 9, 10, 11. They can also use their fingers to count on in this stage. When the students have full understanding of this strategy, they move on to reasoning strategies, which are strategies for remembering facts based on relationships. The students have been working on ways to make 10. 0 plus 10 equals 10, 1 plus 9 equals 10, 2 plus 8 equals 10, and so on. When they come to a problem like 7 plus 4, they could reason like this. I know that 7 plus 3 equals 10, so 7 plus 4 is 1 more. It's 11. Another example, 6 plus 7. One student may think of 6 plus 7 as double 6 is 12 and 1 more is 13. Another student may think 7 is 3 away from 10, and so I'll take 3 from the 6 to put it with the 7 to make 10, then add the remaining 3. And another student may try to make 10 by taking 5 from each add-end, add them to make 10, and then add the remaining 1 and 2. Each student was reasoning why 6 plus 7 equals 13. The last stage of learning math facts is called mastery or automaticity. When facts have been thoroughly practiced and remembered quickly and automatically, it frees up other mental processes to use the facts in more complex problems. For example, 7 plus 4. The student will just quickly respond, it's 11, I just know it. Games are a good way to help your child reach automaticity in mastering addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division facts. Salute is a fun game to play with your child. You need 3 players, a deck of cards, and ace will equal 1. 2 of the players draw a card. They don't look at the card. They place the card facing out on their forehead so the other 2 players can see it, but they can't. The 3rd player, the caller, multiplies the cards together and tells them the product. Or if they're playing with addition, the 3rd player will add the cards together and tell the sum. The 2 players with the cards on their forehead look at the other's card, and the first one to say the factor that they must have on their forehead to equal the product is the winner of that round, and they get to keep the cards. The winner is the one with the most cards. As the students begin to learn multiplication and division facts, they explore multiplication with patterns that are familiar to them. The following is a logical order to begin investigating multiplication facts. It's important that they know the foundation facts before moving on to building on them. Foundation facts, times 2. Students have had lots of experiences skip counting by 2s and grouping in pairs. They should also understand doubles by now. This is a natural place to start investigating multiplication facts. Times 10. In kindergarten, students begin working with tens. By now they have had experience making tens, skip counting by tens, working with 10 frames and base 10 blocks, and adding and subtracting in base 10. The transition of multiplying by tens is a nice progression for them. Times 5. In earlier grades, students have had experience skip counting by 5 and working with nickels while learning money. Because they have explored times 10 facts, it leads them to the understanding that multiplying by 5 can be thought of as half of multiplying by 10. Times 1 is simple to memorize because one group of any number is the number itself. Providing students with opportunities to explore groups of 2, 5, and 10 provides a stronger foundation for understanding multiplication facts. So, times 1 is taught after the previous facts. Times 0. These facts are easy for students to memorize because the product is always 0. It is, however, hard for them to understand a group of nothing. When students are firm in the foundation facts, they are ready to build on that foundation. Let's take times 3. A strategy for multiplying by 3 would be to multiply by 2 and then add one more group. Times 4. A strategy for multiplying by 4 would be doubling a double or double-double. For example, 4 times 6. 2 times 6 is 12, and 2 times 12 is 24. Times 6. A strategy for multiplying by 6 would be to double a multiple of 3. If students have a mastery of times 3 facts, they can double that. Mastery of their times 5 facts can also help them, since the product of times 6 is one more set than the product of times 5. Times 9. Students know that times 9 is one group less than times 10, so they can multiply by 10, then subtract one group. 10 times 8 is 80, so take away one group of 8, leave 72. Times 8. Students can think of times 8 as double, double, double. For example, 8 times 7. Double 7 is 14, double 14 is 28, double 28 is 56. Or if they've mastered the 4 facts, they can double times 4. For example, 4 times 7 is 28, double 28 is 56. Times 7. Students can use the distributive property to break apart times 7 to times 5 plus times 2. 7 times 8 is 5 times 8 plus 2 times 8, which equals 40 plus 16, which equals 56. Another strategy is to use the commutative property, and instead of thinking 7 times 4, they can think of it as 4 times 7 and use the times 4 strategy. By this time, students might realize that they know all of their facts except 7 times 7. Students can use the distributive property or try to memorize 7 times 7 equals 49. In this lesson, we learned the 3 stages students go through to master the basic math facts in addition. We also learned that in learning multiplication, we begin with the foundation facts, then we build on those facts. We discussed the order that students will be learning their multiplication facts.